Hey, travel friends! Today on Doodle the Travel Bug, we're bringing you our top 10 celebrity graves that took a little something extra with them. Some sentimental, some extravagant, but all reveal surprising, deeply human stories behind the fame.
Number 10.
First on our list, it's the high priest of the pop art movement, Andy Warhol. He painted celebrities like they were products and turned consumer goods into celebrities. St. John the Baptist Cemetery is located in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, outside of Pittsburgh. Surprisingly, it's just a quiet slab of stone, unassuming, except for all the trinkets and cans of Campbell's soup left by fans. Andy Warhol died February 22, 1987, and the artist was laid to rest with a bottle of perfume, Estee Lauder's Beautiful to be exact. This was such a great parting gift for Andy. It's theatrical, it lingers, and it's totally unnecessary. Andy loved scent. Just like his platinum wigs and black turtlenecks, perfume was his last invisible accessory.
Number 9.
Next, we head to Cave Hill Cemetery in Louisville, Kentucky to visit an unlikely celebrity, Colonel Harlan Sanders, founder of KFC and one of the most recognizable brand icons in the world because of his white suit and black string tie and southern charm. Sanders appeared in ads and restaurant openings, making himself as famous as the food. The Colonel has a distinct monument of 4 white columns and a bronze bust sculpted by his daughter. So what did the Colonel take with him? Well, his white suit and black string tie, of course. This was his trademark look, symbolizing a Southern gentleman and a persona he carefully crafted and lived by.
Number 8.
Number 8 on the list, located in the Great Mausoleum in Forest Lawn Cemetery in Glendale, California, is the final resting place of the King of Pop, Michael Jackson. His crypt is not open to the public, but fans still come to reflect and even make their way to the closest wall of where Michael is entombed. Michael made our list because he is buried in a custom-made military-inspired ensemble by his longtime costume designers. The white jacket is all encrusted with pearls and crystals, and even more distinctive, Michael was outfitted in his signature single white glove.
Number 7.
Next, we travel a short distance to Holy Cross Cemetery in Ladera Heights, California, to visit the Hungarian-American actor Bela Lugosi. Lugosi was a horror icon, best known for his suave portrayal of Count Dracula. We're at the grave of Bela Lugosi. He played Dracula, and he was actually buried in his Dracula costume. I don't know if it was per his request or his family's, but it has been confirmed that he has on a Dracula cape, and that is how he was laid to rest.
Number 6.
Now we travel across the pond to pay our respects to one of our favorite children's authors, Roald Dahl. Mr. Dahl has created some of the most unforgettable characters of all time. Nestled in the English countryside of Great Missenden, located next to an old stone church, is St. Peter and Paul's Cemetery. The village of Great Missenden still feels like Dahl's mischievous spirit lingers here. There's a small museum dedicated to the author and his work. The cemetery is just outside the town, and when searching for his grave, look for a tree with a circle bench around it. On the ground, you'll find a poem taken from one of Dahl's books. We have tears in our eyes as we wave our goodbyes. We so loved being with you, we three. So please now and then come and see us again, the giraffe and the Pelly and me. You then follow the footsteps that could only belong to the BFG, down to the man who brought millions so much joy. Roald Dahl's grave marker is surprisingly simple, but it's what the writer was buried with that reflects his true quirky spirit. Roald Dahl was buried with snooker cues to represent his love for his favorite game, burgundy wine his favorite drink, chocolate, a nod to his famous book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, HB pencils in case inspiration strikes, and a power saw reflecting his wicked sense of humor.
Number 5.
Back to California in Forest Lawn Memorial Cemetery, Glendale, to honor the iconic star of Casablanca and the Maltese Falcon, Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Bogart was cremated and entombed in a section of the cemetery that is oftentimes locked, like it was on the day we visited. Humphrey Bogart was laid to rest with a small golden whistle charm he gave to his lovely wife, actress Lauren Bacall. The whistle was a romantic nod to her famous line from To Have and to Have Not, a movie they both starred in.
You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
The keepsake symbolizes their legendary love story.
Number 4.
Next, a short drive to Forest Lawn Cemetery in the Hollywood Hills, we visit the grave of Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher was most famous for playing Princess Leia in the Star Wars franchise. Carrie died December 27, 2016. Her mother, famous actress Debbie Reynolds, died one day later from intense grief and stress from losing her daughter. The two were buried together in a beautiful grave that reflects their special mother-daughter bond. But what makes Carrie's burial even more unusual is she was cremated and her ashes were placed in an urn shaped like a giant Prozac pill. Carrie was open about her struggles with bipolar disorder and was an advocate for mental health, and the giant Prozac pill reflected this and her often dark sense of humor.
Number 3.
Now back over to Forest Lawn Cemetery, Glendale, in the Great Mausoleum to the final resting place of legendary Hollywood actress Elizabeth Taylor. Taylor was just as famous for her personal life as she was for her acting. In 1963, Taylor met Richard Burton while filming Cleopatra, igniting a scandalous affair that led to the two getting married, then divorced, then remarried, and again divorced. Their relationship was fueled by passion, jealousy, and some lavish gifts. But beneath all the drama was a deep, undeniable love. The two stayed emotionally connected, even married to other people. When Taylor died in 2011, 27 years after Burton's death, she was buried with one of Burton's handwritten love letters, as a reminder that despite everything, they remained the greatest loves of each other's lives.
Number 2.
Next on the list is Ronnie Van Zant, the lead vocalist of the legendary rock band Lynyrd Skynyrd. Van Zant captivated audiences around the world until his untimely death at the age of 29 in a shocking plane crash. Ronnie is laid to rest in his hometown of Jacksonville, Florida at Riverside Memorial Cemetery. Riverside is a beautiful cemetery with big trees dripping in Spanish moss. This is also the final resting place of other Lynyrd Skynyrd band members, like Leon Wilkeson, Billy Powell, and Gary Rossington, and many of Van Zant's family members. So Ronnie was buried here, and this was actually his second time laid to rest. He was actually at a different cemetery in Jacksonville, and unfortunately his grave and one of his band members' graves were vandalized and dug up, and he was then moved here and put with some family, but his wife never really liked this location, so he was pretty recently moved then to his third and final resting place, which we're gonna go see. Ronnie's newest location is in a serene and quiet place for remembrance. When Ronnie Van Zant was laid to rest, there were some unique personal items placed with him. Ronnie's trademark black hat that was a big part of his stage persona, and a Southern boy can't enter the pearly gates of heaven without his favorite fishing rod. And before we get to our number one spot, here's an honorable mention back to California to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, a historic cemetery that serves as a final resting place for many Hollywood legends and home to vibrant wildlife, including peacocks. Here you'll find the urn of actor John Paragon, best known for his role as Jambi in Pee-wee's Playhouse. John was cremated and his ashes were put inside a perfectly crafted replica urn of Jambi's genie box. So I'm here with my oldest son, who does not appreciate this, but my youngest would, because he's watching all the reruns of Pee-wee's Playhouse with me, and his magic words were Mecca-lecca-hi, mecca-hiney-ho. Am I saying that right? I think so. Aw, I love that you can tell that John Paragon had a good sense of humor. I love that.
Number 1.
And our number 1 spot takes us to Desert Memorial Park in Palm Springs, California, to visit one of the greatest American singers of the 20th century, the chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra. We're at the grave of Frank Sinatra. Frank was buried with a pack of Camels, a Zippo lighter, bottle of Jack, and a roll of dimes. Frank Jr., his son, was kidnapped, and he would only talk to the kidnappers via payphone, and he was always nervous he wouldn't have a dime on him. And so after that, he did get his son back, by the way, but after that, he never left home without a dime, so they buried him with dimes. Old Blue Eyes, Francis Albert Sinatra, is laid to rest next to his wife, Barbara. Sinatra's music has become the soundtrack to many people's lives. So many fans come to pay their respects, say thanks, and leave a dime.
For more unique travel shows, like and subscribe to see where Doodlebug goes next.